everybody, welcome back to Miss B's Plan B. It's lovely to see you. I hope that you're well. Today we're going to be getting inspired and being really creative, and our theme for today is just getting immersed in nature. So we're going to be exploring nature and getting out into nature and having some arty fun in nature. So first of all, I'm going to tell you about one of my favourite things in nature. I absolutely love trees because I think trees are amazing. I'm going to give you a challenge. I wonder how many different things can you think of that make trees amazing? What can trees do? And I'm going to give you a little bit of thinking time, so you could pause the video if you want a bit longer and to discuss it with someone at home. Okay, so get thinking. How many different things can you think of that make trees special and amazing? Have a think. What makes trees so special? Think about what they're useful for, maybe things that you use them for. Why do you like trees? Have a think and share some ideas. And let's get back together and see what you thought of. How many different reasons did you think of? You can show me on your fingers. How many different reasons could you think of? I can see some of you have done some great thinking. Now, I'm going to go through just some of them, but I'm sure I won't have covered every single one because there are loads. So I'm going to get started with one thing I love about trees is they provide us with oxygen, which is vital for us to survive. So that's fantastic. And they also absorb carbon dioxide, which is a greenhouse gas, which isn't very good for our planet. So it's wonderful that the plants absorb that. That's what also makes them great. Another thing I love about trees is, I don't know if you've ever done this, but if it's pouring with rain, which it quite often does in this country, they are brilliant for sheltering under. If you find a really nice big tree with a large canopy, it actually acts like an umbrella. Also, on a very hot day, they can provide us with shade, which is fantastic if you're feeling very hot and want to cool down. Another thing I like to do is climb trees and explore trees. As well as me doing that, I know animals love that too. So trees provide a wonderful home for lots of animals. It also provides lots of animals with food, which is very important for them. We can build things from wood produced from trees. I know I love a bit of den building. So there are just a few reasons. You may have thought of some others, but trees are fantastic. So because of that, we are going to play my game Terrific Trees. Some of you will remember this. What we're going to do is we're going to think about the main parts of a tree. I wonder, have a think, starting from underground, can you name the main parts of a tree? Have a little think and we'll go through them. So, under the ground we have, shout it out if you know. Well done. We have our roots, which spread out and do a very important job because they absorb water and minerals for the tree and they anchor the tree in the ground. That's very important. Next, moving up, we have the trunk, which is very tall and holds the tree upright and is very important for transporting all those minerals and water up to the leaves. Next we've got the branches. What I love about the tree branches is next time you're out, have a look at tree branches. They come in loads of different shapes and sizes, which makes them very interesting. And then on the ends of the branches and along them we have leaves, very important for the tree because they absorb the sunlight and then the tree can use the sunlight to make food for the tree, which is important. And then we also have seeds, which are vital for the plant to carry on growing again, to make new trees. And what we're going to do in my game Terrific Trees, what we're going to do is when I say a part of a tree, you are going to do an action for it. So if I say roots, you are going to anchor yourself into the ground and you're going to stand really firmly so that if I came and blew like the wind at you, you wouldn't topple over. Okay, so you've got to really anchor yourself in the ground. If I say trunk, I want you to stand really tall and upright because remember the trunk is very important to hold the tree up and to transport all the water and nutrients up to the leaves. So if I say trunk, I want you to stand to attention, okay, really, really tall. You might even decide to stretch your arms up to make you extra tall. Excellent. Next, if I say branches, this is a good one because you can choose your pose for branches. Remember I said branches come in lots of different shapes and sizes, so you can choose, each time I say branches, you can do different poses if you want. So let's practice. Ready? Branches, 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 branches. Fantastic, you've got the hang of that. If I say leaves, I want you to imagine there are leaves on your arms and they're swaying in the gentle breeze. Okay, absorbing all that sunlight to make food for the plant. So remember, leaves, show me leaves, you swaying in the breeze. And if I say seed, I want you to scrunch up, okay, into a tiny seed. Not all seeds are tiny, some are a bit bigger than others, but I want you to imagine you're something like an acorn and scrunch up, okay, like an acorn. Even though those acorns are tiny, it's amazing how they grow into massive oak trees. So what I'm going to do is, when we play the game, I want you to march around your house, okay, looking for spaces, keep moving around, getting some exercise in, and then when I say freeze, I want you to stop, and then I'll say the part of the tree. So I might say leaves, and I want you to sway around. Then I'll say go, and off you go again, march, 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 and then I'll choose the next part of the plant for you to be. Okay, get ready. So let's march around. Let's get ready for today. Marching, 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 marching. And freeze. Leaves. Remember, swaying around. Excellent. Swaying and absorbing all that sunlight to make food. Excellent. Off we go. Marching around. Seed. Excellent. Scrunch up into a tiny ball. Excellent, and off we go again. Off we go. And trunk, really tall. Can you remember, really tall? Holding the plant upright. Excellent, and off we go. What's it going to be next? Keep looking for spaces, marching around your room. And roots. Anchor yourself into the ground. Yeah, you're really, really firm. Make sure you can't topple over if the wind blows. Excellent, off we go. Off we go. Trunk, really tall, off we go. Excellent, and off we go again. And branches. Remember, any pose for your branches, like that. Excellent. There's no right answer, all different shapes, some are quite stretched. Excellent, off we go. Oh, feeling fit for this. Nice to get the body working. And seed! Scrunch up into a ball. Excellent, imagine you're a tiny acorn. And off we go. And leaves! Swaying in the breeze, absorbing all that sunlight, doing that important job for the plant to make its food. Excellent, off we go. Trunk, and relax. Excellent, well done. And that's a game you could play outdoors or indoors as well, at other points during the day. Now, what we're going to do next is I'm going to show you some lovely inspirational examples of some nature art about birds, as we've been looking at birds in the previous weeks. So I found out about a really interesting artist called Hannah Buller Reiner, and I'm going to show you some examples of her lovely work now. So, as you will have seen from those beautiful pictures, she makes lovely pictures of birds, but also other animals as well. And I thought it'd be lovely for us, as we've been looking at birds in the previous weeks, to try and have a go at using nature objects to make our own birds. Now, before we start doing that, I just want to recap, and I've got a picture here. Okay, I just want to recap some of the key features of a bird. So I want you to look closely at the picture and think, how many parts of a bird can you name? Okay, you might want to pause the video and discuss it. And just think, right, which parts of a bird can I name? Because we need to know what features a bird has in order for us to create our own bird using our objects we find in nature. So let's have a look and see what you said. So here we go. First of all, here we go. We have up above, we've got the bird's head up here. Okay, and we've got the eyes and a beak. That's a very important feature of a bird, a beak. And the beak varies in birds depending on what they eat. So we've got the beak here. Then their body is covered in feathers, and they've got wings, a pair of wings, and also their tail feathers here. Okay, so they're important features as well. So we've got the tail and the wings. Then they've got 2 legs and claws at the end. So what I want you to do is, when you go out with a grown-up for your daily exercise, I would like you to have a look at things in nature that you think would be useful to recreate a bird of your own. So thinking about, right, what sort of things might make a good eye? So I might be thinking, if I found something like a pebble, or maybe even an acorn, that might look a bit like an eye. And then you might think, right, what might make good feathers? And I know that some plants are a bit more sort of fluffy, and you might find something like that when you're out and about. Okay, now please remember, you shouldn't be picking things like wildflowers, because some of them are protected, and it's always best just to find things that are naturally on the forest floor. We always must be careful. Okay, remember, safety is really important, so just check, because unfortunately, you know, lots of places do have doggy doo-doo and other unpleasant things, so just have a check. It's okay to pick the thing up, and also remember that some plants have poisonous bits, so like berries, some of those are poisonous, like holly berries, so please take care and think carefully about what you're picking up. And then when you get back, you must make sure you wash your hands properly with soap and water, and also take care whilst you're out there not to put your hands in your mouth. So what I'd like you to do is go and collect some bits. Now, I have already done that, and I'm just going to show you some of the bits I collected. So first of all, I looked for some twigs. Okay, I reckon you can already guess what these would be really good for. Any ideas? Shout it out if you know. Yeah, they will make brilliant claws, and what you can do is just collect lots, okay, and then you can break off the bits that you need to make your own claws. That'd be really, really useful. I also collected, I was very lucky actually, someone nearby had actually pruned a lot of their shrubs and things, and so I found some tree clippings of conifers, so there were some actually lovely evergreen leaves. So they are still green, and I got those, and I thought those could actually be really useful for feathers. They look quite feathery. Okay, I also found, okay, these had snapped off. Now I wonder if you have a close look, and I thought they look brilliant, like feathers, okay, on wings already. So that, to me, I saw that and I was like, wow, that already looks pretty much like a bird. Okay, with the feathers, so you might find something like that. I also thought, oh, actually, there's quite a lot of really long grass that is well overdue a cut. Okay, and in some places it has been cut around the path edges, and I thought, actually, if I got some of those bits, I could actually use that to mark out the outline of my bird, because you might want to do that. Other things I found, I also thought, what things might be useful for eyes, and I found some little crab apples. I thought, oh yeah, that would be useful. Conkers still lying around, and other berries. So have a look and see what you can find. What I did, I was actually very lucky and it was a very icy day, and I'm going to show you a picture in a minute where I have made a bird out in nature, and I actually cracked the ice with my son, and it was really useful for making wings. So here is a picture showing my ice-winged bird. Here we go. Here are another couple of pictures I made of birds using the items I brought back for you to have a look at. Here we go. So I hope I've given you some good ideas for you to now go out and make your own bird using all natural resources. Just remember, whilst you're out there making it, think about those key features. What do you need to include to make it look like a bird? So some of those key things like the beak, the wings, the tail, and those claws at the end of the legs. So I hope you have lots of fun, and hopefully you'll enjoy it, and then you might even decide that it's something you want to do during different seasons, so you can compare how your birds turn out. Because that's one thing I love about nature, that because of the seasons we have in this country, things around us are changing all the time, which makes it very magical. And soon we'll be seeing signs that spring is on its way, and that will change what materials you find to make your bird. So I hope you have lots of fun making your birds out of natural materials, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. That's all from me. Take care. Goodbye.